Andrew S here. I am back with another rapid fire video, and today I am talking about Typo Negative's October Rust on this nice autumn day. It was a suggestion recommended to me, or suggested to me from one of my subscribers, Fire, and it just happens to be I'm a huge Typo Negative fan, and I am really into this album. It's actually one of the first albums I ever bought, actually. So hopefully you guys can see that artwork a little bit. I'll flip it around. There's a band picture on the back. But let's dig into Typo Negative's October Rust. Now, Typo Negative albums are usually a multitude of varying, dynamic, and genre-bending songs, and you're going to get that right off the bat in this album. First up, you're going to get this romantic gothic tone in Love You to Death, which carries an extremely tranquil tone with the opening piano and atmosphere, joined by Peter Steele's seductive baritone-esque voice, and followed up with some very strong bass, which you always get from Typo Negative, guitars, keyboards, yet the music is kept sensual. The mood is kept sensual throughout this song, and then heightened even more so with the caressing, accentuated vocal notes within the chorus, and the romantic mood just continues to grow and grow within this song. So it's a really unique, a really nice, tranquil opener with its heavy moments, but like I said, it's kept within the atmosphere, the mood of the song is sort of kept all the way through. Then the next song, I don't know if I'd say it's polar opposite, but it definitely has an opposite tone, is you're going to get from Be My Druidess. This has a whimsical mood created by this shimmering guitars and keyboards, nice placid background where the bass and vocals sort of load up, but I enjoy the hints of mystery within Be My Druidess as well. So I think that's where the difference is going to be. It's a little more heavy in some spots, and it has this hint of mysteries throughout it. So I think that's what I mean by, like, it has a bit of a polar opposite tone compared to Love You to Death. And then the next two songs sort of paint a different sort of atmosphere as well as you get into these two songs. I would again say they're polar opposite. They both have a lot of ambience to them, but they're just different directions that you get. Like Green Man paints a unique poetic visual, simple but calming, like a stroll through the relaxing forest. You know, it's very sort of not upbeat but uplifting. It's relaxing. There's hope and faith within the song. Then Red Water, this track that follows Green Man, ironically they both got colors in the titles, but this paints a very crimson and sorrowful visual with its chilling atmosphere, grim pacing, and tears that sort of fall frozen within this song that I felt. And the lyrics come to life more and more as you go along, and I attribute that to the methodical construct, how, you know, it sort of builds and builds. It gets darker and darker and more colder this song gets, I feel, as it moves on. It's quite a sorrowful mood to Red Water. So like I said, as Green Man and Red Water, sort of similar ambience, but just a bit of different mood direction here. Then you get this drastic shift with the 60s pop touch within My Girlfriend's Girlfriend. So you're really switching gears from the first few songs of the album into this one. This one's straightforward with lots of nuances that brighten and make the song shine. A good example is the drums. I really felt the drum lines created this groovy energy paired with the catchy riffs and the lyrics, and it sort of just persuades you to sing and dance. It really does have a very 60s pop-esque beat and rhythm to it, and obviously I think that's what Typo Negative and Peter Steele was going for when they're writing this song. So right off the bat, you know, these first handful of songs, you're going to get all kinds of varying tones and moods and atmospheres and energies and stuff, so you get hit right off the bat. Then in the second half of the album, you're going to switch gears a little bit. You're going to get 3 consecutive songs that are a little longer, a little more methodical, like Die With Me, Burnt Flowers Fallen, In Praise of Bacchus. And one thing that I want to mention, I can sort of show you guys here on Burnt Flowers Fallen, is that you're going to get like these very few lyrics in a longer song, and this is going to be just varying energies, varying type of moods throughout this song with the same sort of lyrics, so it sort of just adjusts throughout and creating different sort of atmospheres throughout and emotions with just a few lyrics, which is really unique. I find Typo Negative has done this a few times in several of the songs. I just find it unique that, like, even though the lyrics are repeating sort of throughout in different sections, it just has a different mood behind it every time, and it almost seems like the lyrics are completely fresh and new. Another sort of, you know, unique signature thing that Typo Negative does. So, you know, that's why this album is very, you know, full of all these different varying songs, like I mentioned at the very beginning. And then you're going to get more varying songs when you hit My Must Listen, Wolf Moon. This to me is the most complete track, one of my favorite tracks from Typo Negative of all time. The most complete track, like I said, with many contrasting moods. It's calm at times like Still Water, then aggressive as a wolf on a full moon. It's darkly poetic, undertones of mystery here with devious intentions, and you get these abrupt shifts that really amplify each other. I love when it just explodes in and adds to the strong posturing to tempos and riffs, and allows Peter Steele's voice to project even more so and explode more. So this song just has these two moments I find in this song, coming out of the intro and then coming out towards the end of the track, where it just explodes, these abrupt shifts, and it just amplifies everything. And I feel like this is where Peter Steele and his bass truly unite as one and just really takes on a whole life of its own, and it just becomes extremely memorable. And that's what I love about Wolf Moon. It just has this huge flow. It's just coming along calm and then explodes, and like I said, it's very memorable and it really hits you hard. There's just a lot of emotion and atmosphere and a lot behind Peter Steele in this track, and especially in this next one as well, as we slide mystically into one of the coldest songs I've ever heard, a song called Haunted. This atmosphere is incredibly calming and alluring, and one of Peter Steele's most captivating performances, I feel. I feel the way Peter Steele ascends and recedes so majestically in this track is very strong, and how he does it with the music, and how flawlessly he is in harmony with the music throughout this track as well. Peter Steele is truly one of a kind when it comes to his, not only his vocals and his vocal capability and what he does, because he has such a low, deep voice, but like the way he sings things, the way he projects, the way he does things with his harmonies, the way he writes and everything like that is very unique. And Haunted is one of those tracks. I really love the atmosphere and ambience and emotion behind this track. Is very unique as well. The performances, I think, from everybody on this album are awesome. Josh Silver, Kenny Hickey. I really like the drums by Johnny Kelly. He does all kinds of wicked stuff on this. You know, subtle little nuances that spike up, like I said, in My Girlfriend's Girlfriend. So, you know, this album is really, truly awesome. So I hope you guys check out October Rust. This rapid fire. There's just so much to absorb on this album. And one thing I want to say before I go is, you never hear any song and formula twice. I think not even just on this album, but throughout the entire Typo Negative discography. I feel like everything is unique of itself, and I feel like that's very rare when every song has its own identity, and Typo Negative has done that. If you have any albums or bands that you want me to check out in a rapid fire review, like let's say like Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast is iconic, or Holy Diver by Dio, or something that's like sentimental to you and nostalgic, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, folks, how about some more rapid fire heavy listening?